everybody, it is Nicole from Kiwi, and today we are drawing Stella's Enchantix transformation. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. It should be no surprise that Stella was next, since I mentioned that I'll be going in the order that they received their Enchantix transformation, which means that next time I'll be drawing Musa's Enchantix. So for the sketch, the sketch that you see me drawing in the video was actually not the first sketch. My initial sketch was a totally different pose, but I didn't think that the pose helped see the outfit or represent Stella because it was kind of scrunched up. I changed the pose to the one that you see me drawing now to be more elongated so that we can see the whole outfit. The only challenge that I came across was figuring out the position of the hair that's behind her because I didn't want to cover up so much of the wing details with the hair. I also really liked how Aisha turned out, so I felt a little bit pressured to make Stella look just as good, but luckily I was able to achieve that with a little bit of trial and error. For the coloring, I started with the skin, and since I didn't keep track of the skin color from the previous Stella video, I just picked out new colors, but from now on I will keep track of it so I can keep their skin consistent for my future artwork. As you can see from the markers on the side, I actually pulled out my Copic markers from the depths of my marker box. The main reason was because I felt like the Copic oranges were a lot brighter than my other sets, which seemed to be more muted and dull. Sadly, some of my Copics are drying up, so I do need to purchase refills for them soon. So when I was coloring Stella, I blended each section individually, and as I mentioned before, I don't really have a method, so whatever I feel like doing, I just do. So sometimes I'll do all base color first, and then sometimes I'll do, say, the skin, and then I'll shade it completely, and then move on to the next section. I really enjoyed blending out the dark to light orange colors, especially on the wings, because I just find it really fun to see it come together. But I think blending in general is fun for me, which I assume that it's fun for you guys too if you enjoy using markers as well. I do have a playlist on my channel that teaches you guys how I blend with markers, which I'll leave linked in the description down below. When it came to the wings, initially it feels very intimidating because there's so many small parts to it, but if you break it down into smaller pieces, then it's definitely more manageable. I had several references that I was using as a reference, and the problem with that is that they showed different colors. Similar to Aisha's, the references were kind of inconsistent, so I did make some mistakes along the way. The main reference I used were stills from the show, and I just based the colors off of that. The only difference is that I colored her foot accessories blue and not orange, because I was referencing this one image that I thought was the official art for the transformations, and they made them blue. But when I watched the transformation video, turns out that they're orange, so that was one mistake that I made. As for the line art, I think you guys know the drill by now. I use color line art to keep the soft feeling, especially for the Enchantix. And the final step was adding in sparkles with a white gel pen, which I finally replaced because my old one was drying up, so this one actually works and actually makes it white. Overall, I'm really happy with how she turned out, and I really like how the Enchantix series is going so far. Musa is going to be next, so I hope you're looking forward to her, and if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of when I post more Winx videos. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!